What's up, guys? So when I was first conceiving this episode, I wanted to do like a whole bunch of, I want to do like a list video, like a whole bunch of different guilty pleasure cocktails. And so I was going to a lot of my friends and asking them what their guilty pleasures were. And then like some of them got back and told me, and then some of them were like, oh, you shouldn't, there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure because you shouldn't really care about what other people think about what you're drinking, which is true. You shouldn't care about what people think you're drinking. Let's try that again. You shouldn't care about what people think about what you're drinking. That's true. But that's not what a guilty pleasure is for me. A guilty pleasure is something that you judge yourself for drinking secretly, but you love it. Kind of like a guilty pleasure show. Something that you kind of judge yourself for watching, but you watch it anyway because it's pleasurable. So this cocktail kind of fit the bill. It is a reconstruction done by a what?
Oh, I thought you were going to mention your guilty pleasure show.
No, I'm not going to mention that.
Okay, but
I have mentioned it in the past, though.
But if you judge yourself because you shouldn't be watching it or shouldn't be drinking this drink, doesn't that circle back to why you judge yourself for it? Because people would judge you for drinking it?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like maybe it just goes against some sensibility of yourself, like because it goes against your own sensibility.
Because they would like you drink it.
But the thing is that if you're doing it privately and judging yourself, then it's not about they. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if you're sitting there and judging yourself for watching something, right? It's not because of them, because they're not there and no one's going to know about it.
But they, including you, are the ones that said that this is not acceptable.
No, I think that maybe it's just something that you see that you're like, oh, this is so stupid, or this is so crazy, or this is so like whatever, and you're like, oh, the people who watch this are, and then you get really judgmental about the people who watch that, but then you're like, I kind of like it, I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? So you sort of judge yourself. Right. I think there's that. I think you yourself can be the they.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you are your own they, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I kind of like sort of, I see your point, but I don't think it's I don't think it's really about what you're thinking about what other people think. I think it's really about like you are judging yourself because you shouldn't like it because you think it's trashy or whatever, but then you just do. And so you just do it anyway, and then you kind of judge yourself about it. I think everyone has something like that. Maybe not you. You're a bit of a robot, but other people do. Humans do. You know what I mean?
I have a guilty pleasure show.
You don't have a guilty? I have a guilty pleasure show for sure.
I know.
We all know what it is, actually. I've mentioned it on the show. I'm not going to mention it now. Marius wanted me to mention it. It's not going to be mentioned. But this ice is melting, and I don't want it to melt because we're doing a slushy cocktail today. So talk about judgy. Anyway, this cocktail is a reconstruction of a drink that you would normally get at like the Ground Round or like TGI Fridays. This was like harkens back to the 80s when they thought that daiquiris were frozen. So like a strawberry frozen daiquiri. But it's a really, really nice reconstruction done by a bartender, very talented bartender, named Josh Jansowitz. He works at Trick Dog. He actually might be one of the co-owners. I'm not really sure. But Trick Dog is in San Francisco, and it is a fantastic bar. And there's two things about it that are really awesome. First, in 2019, it was number 42 on the 50 best bars in the world. And then the second thing that's really cool is that they redo the menu twice a year. And I'm not just talking about like we're tinkering with the drinks. I'm talking about they fully reinvent the menu twice a year. So it's like you're in a different bar, complete, total reconstructions. They are known for their just like amazingly kind of like very forward-thinking culinary cocktails. I want to go there. It was funny because when we were in San Francisco, we were around the corner from there. We didn't go to Trick Dog. We went to Tartine Manufactory, and then around the corner from that, we went to True Laurel, which is brilliant. Both of them were brilliant. And Trick Dog was right there, but I think it might have been too early for them to be open or something. Anyway, let's get into making this cocktail before all the ice melts, and we're just tickety-talking away. So first thing we're going to do is just 1 ounce of lime juice. And we're going to do 1 ounce of simple syrup. Now, the original recipe calls for 2 to 1 simple, but I'm doing 1 to 1 simple for a very good reason. I think that's the last of the simple syrup, too. I'm going to make some more. And then it calls for an ounce and a half.
What's the reason?
I'm about to say it.
Oh.
Don't interrupt. So So I made my own. So basically this. Oh, Marius.
Because usually
I can't even get it out.
because sometimes you say something and you just like boop, skip over to something else.
No.
So I thought you forgot.
I know, but I did not forget. The recipe calls for
Okay.
the recipe calls for strawberry puree. The thing is that I think that at Trick Dog they might use a commercial strawberry puree, but I had some strawberries that we didn't use from last week, so I made my own strawberry puree. It's real easy to make. All you got to do, I just quartered up I quartered up like one of those big packages of strawberries. I put them in a Ziploc bag, a gallon Ziploc bag. I put half a cup of sugar in there, and then I just rolled it around and let it sit. And basically, what does sugar do for fruit? It just pulls all the juice out. In 24 hours, you have like
Strawberry
it's almost like strawberry, it's like strawberry soup.
Oleosaccharum. No?
It's like an oleosaccharum. It really is like an oleosaccharum. It's very akin to oleosaccharum. So basically what you do, but the thing about strawberries is that there's so much moisture inside them that the sugar pulls a ton of moisture out. And so it's actually sitting inside its own soup. Then I just basically took that, put it in a blender, and just blended it up into a puree, which is what we have here. The thing is because this has so much sugar, and this called for a 2-to-1 simple, I didn't want to make it overly sweet, so I just did 1-to-1 simple, kept the specs the same, and then it just kind of balances out the sugar in here. So we're doing 1.5 ounces of strawberry puree, and then we're doing 2.5 ounces of white rum. And then we're going to do 1 cup, which is about, it's like 1 and like a half scoops of this. 1 cup, you can measure it out in a measuring cup if you want, of pebble ice, and then we're going to blend this until it's completely processed into a slushie. Still needs a little. There we have it. Then we got our daiquiri glass, and then you got our nice like little slushy. So we're just gonna pour our daiquiri in, and then to finish it off, we have some heavy cream here that's been sweetened with simple syrup. We're just gonna shake it with a little coil inside so that it shakes up real nice. A little bit more, a little bit more. All right, and then we're just gonna layer it on top. And then we're just gonna give it a nice bushy mint sprig.
Straight from the garden.
Yep, actually Marius pulled this straight from the garden. And there you have it. Behold the strawberry daiquiri. I almost don't want to sip this because it's just going to ruin its perfect presentation, and I'm going to have to kind of doctor it up. But we are going to take a Surfside sip.
Stick it through the mint. So
we're going to stick it in there.
Yeah.
And give it a little taste. Wonderful, fresh strawberry, nice and tart. So you get the tartness of the lime juice. It's balanced out by a nice amount of sugar, but not too much. It's still very tart. You got the beautiful flavor of the strawberry in there. I am assuming that I cannot do this for this because I will ruin it, and we need to take a thumbnail of it. But you know, you get that heavy cream in there.
Just mix it.
You just mix it in, and it's going to be really, really, really nice. I might do that after we shoot our thumbnail and everything. But and I'm going to wrap this up really quick now and not talk a lot because this is going to melt and we need to get a thumbnail. So there it is. Our little guilty pleasure cocktail is strawberry daiquiri from Trick Dog. If you like our channel, please hit like and subscribe, and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/educatedbarfly. Check out our YouTube memberships. We've got those going on too. And I guess I'll see you guys on another time. Leandro out.
Yeah.
If I what?
If you only had whipped cream on a can, would that be terrible?
Whipped cream, like, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, but it's better to just get some heavy cream and whip it on your own. But it wouldn't be terrible, no. I ain't gonna judge people for anything they gotta do. We're in quarantine times, dude. Let's just do what you gotta do. Anyway, there it is. I hope you enjoy your nice tropical guilty pleasure.